Hello and welcome to our first devlog to our game DeepCore Logistics. This will be our series to show you how we develop our game from a very early development version to the final release. We will show you what our problems are, what's going well, or maybe some wishes from you. But in this very first video we want to explain the game to you. What kind of game is this and what you can do and so on. And we can show the first things. But firstly, this game is in a very early alpha version. This means a lot of will be changed during the development, especially GUI, sounds and graphics. At the moment most things are only placeholders, and also technically there will be changes. But before we do this, we will introduce ourselves. We are the PixelPioniere, a new small studio with our first project. I am or just Zep. I am mainly responsible for the programming, but I also do some map design, and I also started with 3D modeling, like our vehicles or these tracks for the train in the future. I also make the sound design and the GUI, but mostly as placeholders for now. So this was everything you need to know about me. Now I'm handing over to my colleague Megamouse.
Hey, I'm Megamouse. I'm the project leader and the world builder. I'm also responsible that everything matches together and that everything is fair for everybody. And I started to work on the animations. Maybe you ask, what is this game about? DeepCore Logistics is a cooperative mining and logistic game. You will be working together in a big mining company, so you won't be doing something alone and ignoring everything else. But there will be a system behind that, so you have to work together. In general, you will be mining ores, transporting them within the mine, then continuing to the factory, and there it will be processed to other products. And after this, transporting the end products with the train or with the truck to the port, and then it will be sold at the ship. Maybe you will be able to drive the ship on a later version. And the exciting part of it, it's not the mining or the driving, but the teamwork and interaction with anybody. Everybody has a role in the system, and if somebody will not do his work, you will feel the consequence in the game, economy or workflow. Like if nobody fuel the vehicle or machines, they will be turned off. Or if the mechanic doesn't repair the machines or the vehicles, they will be get damaged over time and eventually will be reduced or will break down. Or if the driver doesn't deliver the ore, the factory will stand still and you will not be paid. But don't be scared, there will be a mechanic that you can still play if there are not enough players or who don't do the job. Therefore there will be AI workers or minimum process speed. Now we're coming to our game vision. From the beginning it was important for us that our map shouldn't be feel empty. So you will be able to explore the map, drive around with your own car off duty, find some nice spots in the nature or some Easter eggs and log it into your collection album. At the same point, the whole company is still working. We are working on the map piece by piece. We don't rush it. We do it so that everything will work together, match in our system and is logical, so that you will feel this atmosphere more and more during the development, visually through more detailed animations and sounds, all by real world inspiration. For example, you can park in the parking zone, can go to viewpoint, see a waterfall, a field with some statues, click on the sign and you can get a story which tells you the background story of our fictional world. I could tell you a lot more about our world, but if I talk about every detail, we will sit here until tomorrow. So now I will hand it over to Zep, who will give you some technical informations.
So what is working for now? We have a job system. You can change it via menu or job logger. You can mine these voxels in the ore pit with a pickaxe to get to the ores. The area is very open at the moment because it is in development, but it will be filled with voxels, so that you have to find the ores. Different ores have different mining durations. This all lands in this inventory and you can hand this over in another inventory like the vehicle. The ores are spawning in our veins with different informations like here on the sign. There also will be test boreholes. You can store the ores temporarily in the mine silo or transport it to the factory and sell it there, where the driver and the miner will be paid. Here on the left side you can see the factory inventory, and on the right side is the supply and demand. My task at the moment is that then it will produce ingots, what you can see here in the logs, and spawning these in the boxes, and later there will be other end products produced. So here again the process. 1 euro pellet will spawn with 10 ingots each. You also can buy vehicles already. In this case I own this car already, so I can't buy a second one, but I can spawn it here. We also have a weather system with snow, rain, fog, clouds and sun. Every weather state is dynamic in precipitation intensity, cloud cover, wind intensity and fog visibility. There's a XP and level system for every job, a cash account and a booster system for XP and money. You can activate it in this inventory and the duration is in real time. Our test vehicles Mofto and Klettra have a torque-based acceleration, a speed-based steering, a visual inventory, and a GUI with pictogram for damage, suspension travel, speed, fuel, freight load, and a status indicators for light or the rotating beacon. There's simulated fuel consumption, so you have to refuel your vehicle with a fuel canister, which can buy everybody but with limited fuel. Or you can go to the gas station, where only the owner will be able to refuel his vehicle. You can repair the vehicle with a toolbox, which also can buy everybody but also with limited repair options, or a mechanic can repair it for some money. If no mechanic is on duty, you also can go to the garage next to the gas station. The lighting of the car is also working, technically. Visual it's taken from the Mofto and doesn't fit at the moment, but it works. Like in real life, when the engine is off and the indicator is on, there will only be light and no blinking. We also did some work on the map. The terrain is mostly finished. There's a lake, mountains around the map, some forests. Especially the area from the mine to the factory had a lot of progress. We have some tools like a pickaxe, a fuel canister, a toolbox, a wrench, and a fuel nozzle. All these tools are technical functional. In the mine is a bulk material loading system with displays, where you can see which ore you can take, if it is empty or somebody is in loading process. There's a very early gatekeeper system. He can see the rate of the vehicle scale for the entrance and the exit. He can control the traffic light for the scale and can open and close the barriers. We are also testing our first animations. The street from the mine to the factory is nearly finished. It features guardrails, delineator posts, traffic signs, parking lots, and a lot of nature and some hiking trails. There's a mission system. You can sort it at the locker or in the mission inventory. My only problem at the moment is the vehicle suspension. Like you can see, it is very bouncy. This makes the vehicle hard to drive. Or here it stands still, but it is bouncing back and forth. But I haven't figured it out yet why it does this. If somebody of you knows this problem and knows a solution, please let me know. It would help me a lot.
If we're talking about the future, beginning with the gaming world, where everything will happen. It will not be just a map, it will be an open world with a city, nature and a factory area. At the moment we are walking on the mine, factory and the streets between them. But there also be an industrial port, a city, a train track, some more buildings around the map, like gas stations, shops, etc. Plus new streets, one main road and a more challenging road with one or more special buildings. So the map should feel more realistic.
Just a big nice word doesn't make it a good game. In the end, it does not just matter where you are, but what will happen there. And there the logistic system joins in. It isn't just about bringing goods from point A to point B, but real production chains. We are also planning visible animated conveyor belts, processing lines in the factory, transport by trucks, trains and ships, interactive warehouses, more ores, more products and product chains, loading by forklift. Then you will be able to sell products at the port. And something like bills of loading, so that everything will stay understandable.
A subject which we are considering about is the communications between the players, because Roblox have different age groups and chat restrictions, where not everybody can communicate with everyone else. Therefore, we will analyze some methods, how we can solve this problem player-friendly. One idea would be a systems with pre-created sentences, which can be used based on the job and situations. Easy phrases like hello or things like can I get the bills of loading. Another solution would be a sentence construction system where you can choose different words or sentence parts. And if the sentence is finished, then it can be confirmed and will be visible above the players like a normal chat message. At the moment we can't say which solutions we will use. That everything can function well, we need matching vehicles, and there we also planned a lot of different vehicles. But before that we also have to optimize our current vehicles. every vehicle should have realistic handling depending on power, mass and loading. More animations like doors, light or other details. Usable interiors like buttons and visible speed meters. There also will be special vehicles like excavators with shovels and drill.
Vehicles are just a part of the system. Another important part are the people who use the machines and working together. So now we will look at the roles and team play system. There will be more specializations so that there will be more different tasks for each job, plus an enhanced job system with rewards and a bulletin board. And that everything feels right, there has to be a good atmosphere and optimizations. Therefore, we will optimize the performance, enhance sound design, and insert music for a better feeling. There also will be dynamic events like randomized incidents, seasonal events or bigger world, or respectively update events. So yes, there is still a lot to do, but exactly this creates tension. With every development and new system or improvements, we will get closer to our vision. Next, we come to a different topic. To the topic monetization, we will have pay to win. So everything, every vehicle, every tool will be available for everybody. With our in-game currency, which is the same currency you use to earn in-game money. But there will be a form of monetization, but just as something like cosmetics or simple support donations.
This is the end of our Devlog0. There is still a lot to do, but we created a good foundations, this would I say. A lot of important technical systems are already exist, and now we have to build the world step by step, insert new content and to bring our visions more to life. If you are interested on this project, then follow us on our social media or join our Discord server, where you can find new sneak peeks every week. And which job would you choose in DeepCore Logistic? Would you prefer the mining, the logistic, in the garage as mechanic, or something else? Let us know in the comments. We are excited about what you will choose. But this is it for now. Until next time, and now a little word on German. Eure PixelPioniere. Have a nice day, have a nice night. Goodbye.